So we are here with Autopsy. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Danny Crowless. I am 6'2", 185 pounds. Yeah, right. And the good-looking member of
And
Autopsy.
your shoe size?
Shoe size? Yes.
Yeah.
Little too much information.
Yeah.
Eric?
See, you already messed
Oh,
up.
I'm Chris.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up? I'm Joe.
Okay. So we'll talk about the history of the band. So care to show all the releases and say anything you want to say about each one of them. They are chronologically done with demos to start with, and then the records. So who wants to go?
They were.
They were.
Chronically.
They were chronically.
They were.
Well, this one goes way down. But yeah, do you want to start with the first one?
Go ahead.
All right,
Show it.
Sever Survival.
Yep.
Let me see what it says. It says we're death metal.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. And me, Chris, and we luckily had Steve DiGiorgio on this one, which was, the bass is dominating. It's wonderful. And it all was so much at that time, I couldn't really ponder it because it was hard enough just being able to do everything, so it's a blur.
Well, you have here the second cover that was released for this album, and the original one is right here.
Yep.
First.
Part of it, piece of it.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had 2 demos out before this, and it was so long ago I don't remember a whole lot much about it other than, we had a hell of a good time doing it, as you can see by our party frames here.
Oh yeah.
Chris?
Fun fact, this drawing that our friend John Chandler drew a long time ago, we didn't know for years that's actually Tom Araya from the back of Rain and Blood, from the band picture.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And we didn't know until after it had been made into a shirt and a poster that there was probably like 5
They
of
told us
them made.
later.
It's like, oh, it's Tom Araya. And then you're like, oh, son of a bitch, it
Did
is.
Tom ever find out?
Bam! Huh?
Did Tom ever find out?
Probably not.
Okay.
We love Tom.
Oh, how could you not?
But yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
Let's see what Joe has to say. When did you first hear Sever Survival, Joe?
That's right.
Oh,
You get the talking stick.
All right. Well, that would have been what, 89,
oh wow.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I came across it. Somebody else I knew had it. I knew the band from the Bay Area and being around the scene, and this one kicked off a great start for Autopsy's career.
Cool. Next one.
Okay. We got Mental Funeral. Or do we do Retribution in between?
I think Retribution.
Retribution.
Yeah, Retribution. I don't remember anything, but I know the songs. Fucking Impending Dread. Fucking doom as fuck. And we really like this picture. Our friend Rob Moore did it for us back in the day. We have no idea where the original art went. But yeah, I saw a guy had this tattooed on his chest.
So it made its mark.
Yeah. All right, Eric, what do you got?
Rob Moore, Sadist, former Sadist, did the cover, and I really like the production on this, especially compared to Mental Funeral, and we didn't really do anything special on it. Just went in there and plugged in and recorded, but I'm not sure what inspired the cover. What we told Rob, I think, might have been the Trouble Tree, possibly. I don't remember, but
Or is that something he just did?
well, I remember talking to him about doing some weird tree or something, and that's what he came up with. But I don't remember what inspired us to tell him that. Chris?
I don't remember making this.
Yeah, it did happen.
I know, but I don't remember anything about it
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Except
You
that
have
we
a
tried out
fur?
different fur.
Okay.
We're like, oh, we really want to go different fur.
Yeah.
So we went there, and this was like our test out for that studio, and we loved it. And we went back there again for the next thing we're going to talk about. But I don't remember recording it very much
Yeah.
at all.
So, a long time ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of slow stuff on it. I know that. It's like kind of a slow, doomy jam.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one, which is
We have Mental Funeral, and
Yes.
if you don't know anything about this, fuck you.
yeah,
All right.
big one.
Wow. Okay, well, we didn't see the cover for this until it was already done. I think we were in Europe when we seen it, weren't we?
I don't
I
remember.
think we were touring.
I'm gonna say I don't remember a lot.
And we seen the cover and we thought it sucked. We were like, what the fuck is this? You know? And of course, over time, it is Mental Funeral now. You look at it now, you're like, yeah, it has to be that. You know? And there's a really crazy rumor that we spent half the budget of the studio budget on marijuana for this, and you know,
That was
it's
Severed
ridiculous.
Survival.
You know, was it Severed?
Severed
Yeah, it was
Survival.
Severed.
Oh, well, we forgot to include that on Severed, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that it now?
We spent money on weed first.
My brother Steve was on this album, as well as the EP Retribution, also. And
That's right.
in our carousel of bass players until this young man over here stepped in.
Yeah, we didn't mix this album. These were the starting tones.
Yep.
We're just like, yeah, sounds good. Leave it alone.
We pretty much record live anyway.
Yeah,
don't
but we didn't even
do the
really
whole
mix this one. We thought it
overdub. It's
sounded so
record
cool,
separately.
which was
You
stupid.
know, we record the rhythm section, and you know, hopefully you don't fuck up because you know that's how we do things.
Yep.
But it was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, we didn't really EQ it, like Chris was saying. We just plugged shit in, and I don't
Let it
think we
go.
turned the knobs on the amp. We just plugged it in and went, all right, there we go.
It's our record.
Right.
This one,
Feel for Blood.
Theme for Blood. We love this cover. When I joined Autopsy, it was right before they recorded Severed Survival, so everything you know was written and everything. So I got to do my own solos and stuff, which you know was wonderful. And then Mental Funeral was kind of the same thing. So this was the first song I wrote for the band. Is on Fiend for Blood. What's it called? Dead Hole? Chris isn't even listening. He's on his phone.
Well, no,
Shame. But yeah, this is I love this song. I especially love Squeal Like a Pig. It's one of Eric's fucking most wonderful. The way he uses his echo on that is fucking amazing. And yeah, so this is when I felt myself to be, you know, a full-fledged member of this fucking crazy madness called Autopsy. So I really like this one.
Excellent.
This is covered down all in pencil, or is this a pen? John Chandler did this one here, and he just surprised us with it. We were like, oh shit, that's sick, dude. We ended up using it, but I've got the original art for this one.
do you?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Is it in good shape still?
yeah. It's in like a tube. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot the recording other than Giorgio. You know,
Playing
was on that.
fretless bass?
Playing
Did
the
we
fretless.
mention
always.
that yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the
That was a
fretless
weird
bass
thing
on
to
that
do,
one.
but it sounds really cool.
It sounds great on that.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? What else about this one?
It's about fiending for blood. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where did we record that one at?
This was Starlight.
Starlight.
Yep.
Oh, we were still at Starlight.
We went once more to Starlight when we recorded on a Halloween night that song for the Peaceville Volume 4.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah, I remember that.
after that, the studio got robbed at gunpoint and all the gear stolen, and we
Yeah.
could never go back there again.
Wow, that's some good info.
Yeah, we didn't do it, but we wanted to go back there, and it's like, nope, it's not there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Although, no, wait, that must have been after this one that's coming up next, because that's
Yep.
also Starlight.
Acts.
Acts of the Unspeakable. I think this is. I don't know what we were thinking, but there's some like it's the most technical. I think Autopsy. Some of the twists and turns. I mean, like playing these songs was. But yeah, this is it's a great album. I love it. I wrote a couple songs for this, and I don't even know which one they are because it's so long ago. But yeah, I think this is I love this album because it's just it's technically proficient, big word, and it's just it's Autopsy.
The artwork's done by Kent Matthew. He did the original Severed Survival cover, and we went to a torture museum in Amsterdam, and that's what inspired the art for all this. We've seen a lot of this weird stuff over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We were like, oh, that's kind of neat. We told Kent about it, and he kind of flipped out at first. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. And you know, a few days later, I think it was, he was like, oh yeah, I got all these ideas.
Well, then he started thinking about Hieronymus Bosch and looking at it that way, and like, oh, well,
Right.
there's this, you know, this stuff that was, like, you know, now classic that's painted. And
Yeah,
I'll think about it like that.
yeah. It's got Josh Barron on bass.
Yeah.
He's in the picture right there. I don't know. What else, Chris?
There's a lot of short songs on this album.
Yeah.
I started doing that for some reason or another. I know some of the weird time-changey things. We're starting to listen to things like Universe Zero and stuff like that. I know I was.
Right.
They'd have all
That's
those
true.
weird riffs like stuff like that. Like, whoa, that could be metal.
All right.
Yep, done right.
Cool. Next up, we got Shit Fun. I guess it's been censored.
Yeah.
Autopsy, you know, we were doing our thing, and then we decided to call it a day. You know, we were going to move on and do whatever else. And but we still had songs, you know, we still had, you know, something to say, I guess. So we put this album together. It's a lot of songs, and there's great stuff on there. Yeah, like most of the stuff from this era, we don't remember a lot because, you know, substances.
Yeah, like Danny said, we did have a bunch of songs written already, and even though we weren't going to continue as a band, we decided to still record the album, and it's a little bit different, I think, from, you know, everything else. I think some of the stuff that Chris was writing that time, it was kind of starting to lead in towards Abscess maybe too. Not that this sounds like Abscess at all, because it doesn't, but maybe some of the songwriting stuff he was starting to, you know, go into. And he may say no right now, that's not it. But
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was just going to say that a lot of the stuff is really horrible on this album, like lyrics and stuff. And I remember getting interviewed in Pier 39 by that journalist from, it was either Kerrang, if that was still around at the time. And he was totally just trying to, like, fuck with us, like, you know. And we made some comment about children.
Oh,
you
I
know,
remember that, dude.
Yeah, like, and then he kind
You
of,
made the
he's like,
comment, and then he
my wife
hated
is
us.
expecting a child or something.
You said, you said children are cretins or something.
Something
Well, I'm
awful.
having a baby, and my baby's not going to be a cretin.
It was something
I knew
awful,
the
yeah.
interview was doomed from that point on.
And
the guy
then,
had
like,
made
he
up his
totally,
mind.
like, made fun of us, like, how we were terrible people when the interview came
Yeah.
out. And us, instead of being like, oh, we should change our ways, we're like, oh, next album, let's go.
Well, some people can't take a fucking
Now-
joke.
And we
Why
just
did-
made it the worst.
Why did the band break up afterwards? I mean, what led to it? It seems like things were going good, and all of a sudden, you guys kind of pulled the plug on that.
To us, it didn't look like it was going to good. We did a U.S. tour, and I guess it was bad planning on the promoter. So a lot of people weren't showing up to the shows. So it just looked like to us, like, you know, maybe the peak had moved on, you
It
know?
just wasn't, it
So-
turned not fun, and we're
Yeah.
like, all right, well, let's not do it anymore.
Yeah, if it's not fun, we're not going to do it.
What did you guys do during your downtime? Away from Autopsy?
Abscess. I mean, in between
Yeah.
chapters of the band, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Andy and I did.
Eric?
I didn't play music for quite a while.
You did Funeral, though.
Well, I did Funeral.
Yeah.
And I had like a couple of different rock bands I did just rehearse in my house. And then there was periods of time I didn't even touch a guitar, just had them in the closets. And, you know, when Autopsy broke up, I just needed a break myself from it all. And at that point, I didn't play any theme music for a little bit. Well, I did do Funeral kind of quick after that.
Yeah.
But then nothing else for a while. Then I guess 2010 came along. And
Yeah. Danny,
Well,
what did you do during your downtime?
I was a farmer in Iowa. I was raising sheep and goats and trying to cross them. And I came up with this weird thing
The
that's
shoat?
down in the barn. The shoat. The shoat's in the barn, and you shouldn't really see it. No, I was with Chris in Abscess and
Joe over here.
Joe, and yeah, we were. That's where we hooked up with Joe in Abscess, and before you know it, well, 10 years had gone by doing Abscess or something.
15.
15. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, And never say never, because we thought we wouldn't do Autopsy again. And,
But you're back.
But
then
we're
we
back.
Let's-
we did this. That's
let's
coming up
resume.
next.
All right, here we go. What was this next?
No,
That's
that's
a live
live
record.
stuff from the
Yeah,
US
that's just a
tour.
Yeah, let's-
So this is next.
Second chapter. Was there a special event that sparked
Wasn't it
this?
like 30 years?
It was
or
the
something?
21st anniversary of Severed, and we're like, oh, cool, let's do something, make it a
So,
full reissue.
yeah, because of the 21st anniversary of Severed, we said, okay, let's get together and just give 2 songs to people, and then go about our separate ways. So we got together and we did this, and it was great time. It was great fun. It sounded pretty good, It was great being back with Eric. So yeah, you think you're just gonna do a one-off. You think something's never gonna happen.
And a year later, we got the Maryland Death
Yeah,
Fest
next
offer.
thing you know,
We're
here
like,
we are.
all right,
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Anyone else on this one?
Yep.
Or is that?
Joe's on a song on it.
Oh yeah, Joe and Clint Bauer from Abscess is on there too.
Pass it down to Joe.
Joe,
Yep.
say something
Hi,
fun.
Joe.
Yeah. Talk about Clint.
Make it fun, Joe.
Sorry.
It was
Something
a killer time. Yeah, we all got together. There was actually no intention to build off of it other than just to have some fun and add a couple of bonus tracks. And yeah, I was invited to play bass on one of them. Clint Bauer played bass on another one. We had a great time. We recorded in Fantasy,
Yeah.
which is closed now in Berkeley. It was just a staple of that whole community, and a lot of history went down in that building. So to be able to have get together, be a part of the anniversary release of this, and then on top of that, being able to record in a great studio, we had a good time.
Great.
Killer.
And the chapter continued.
Fantasy Studios, to hit on a note, was the studio built by Creedence Clearwater Revival, a U.S.
By money
band.
they
Oh,
made.
By money they made. Their record label was Fantasy, so they built this studio and called it Fantasy, and then I think it all went bad. The guy hated it. Something crazy happened. So, but the studio's great. It's a big studio. All kinds. They did sound for movies and whatnot, everything. But it's all gone now, so it's pretty sad. But that's the short little history of Fantasy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next record.
Oh, next record. The Tomb Within. What the fuck do I remember about this? Yeah, it was just a continuation. Like, okay, we did something. Let's do something else. And we did this quick because I don't remember a lot about this. Someone help me.
Well, it's I think Chris's favorite cover.
One of my favorites. I love that art.
Yeah, Wes Ben's cover.
No, that was Matt
Oh, no.
Canada did that one.
Right.
No offense to Wes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 5 songs on this. We did like a kind of a low budget video for My Corpse Shall Rise,
Yeah.
and I don't know. We kind of did it kind of quick and moved on from it. I don't think we gave it a whole lot of thought other than just writing the stuff and getting it in there and hammering it out.
It was the first thing we did when we were actually like back together as a band. This is what we did.
Is this where Joe horned in on the band? On this one?
Yeah,
Became
this is
official.
all Joe on the bass.
Yeah, this is Joe's
Yeah.
official first fucking full member.
Yeah, and this band has a history with bass players.
Yeah, we didn't like them.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Yeah, they tried to get rid of me too, but I didn't go away. So, but
More than once.
yeah. But again, that was cool. I had history with Chris and Danny and Eric as well, just back in the day, and so for it to come full circle and then actually be invited to be full-time member of the band was awesome, and we've been going strong ever since.
Cool. All right. Next big album.
I know.
Okay.
This is the first official album we did
Yeah.
as Autopsy again, and it's long. We did it at Fantasy. We had a great time. Let me see what else. The last song. The name of the last song? Sadistic Gratification. It was almost scary when we first did it. We listened to the playback, and our friend the Sheep was singing the screams, and it was, I don't know, it was something happened. But yeah, this was the first official album, and there you go. Anything else? The cover's sick.
Yeah, cover's incredible. The song you were just talking about.
Sadistic Gratification, yeah.
Yeah, so we recorded that song, and the way we record is we record live. We record drums, bass, and rhythm guitars live. And what makes a track a keeper for us is if the drums were done and Chris is happy with everything he did on it, he didn't make any mistakes, and he feels good about it, we keep that track. And if there's any mistakes on guitars or bass, then we'll go back and fix those later, but because we got the drums to work off of. But so when we were done recording that song, live, we got called into the booth to go check it out, and we were told it was like 11 minutes long or something. And we all just were stunned. We looked around the room and were like, holy shit, really?
I know, that's
Good thing
right.
we didn't know that before we went in to record it, because we'd probably fucked it up all day long.
Yeah.
Knowing it's 11 minutes long.
Totally.
It's kind of a long album. Didn't really intend it to be that way. We just couldn't stop, I guess.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were first.
too much fun.
Too much fun.
We were
Yeah, this is another favorite cover. That's a good one. Yeah, no, it was our first album back as a band, like a full-length album. We wanted to prove to
full
ourselves
band,
and other
good
people that we
job,
weren't just
yeah.
the oldies act playing our old songs, that we could do new stuff. So that's what that is.
Yeah, this was awesome. This is actually one of my favorite covers. Wes did a great job. There's a lot going on in this, and if I remember correctly, I thought, yeah, I actually contributed to this one, which was cool to get have an opportunity to
Write a song
to
for
write
it.
write a song for this one. So
You gotta earn your money, pal.
yeah, you got to step up. So yeah, but another oh fuck, when the Sheep did
The screams.
the
I know.
screams. I mean, this is actually one that it still kind of gets to me listening to that,
Chills.
especially with headphones on and just the imagery that goes with the sound effects and the music behind it. It's just brutal.
I was in the booth with her.
Oh yeah, you
A
were,
darkened booth, and listening to her do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
By the way, the Sheep, her name is Raquel Hartz Alvarez, and she's a great friend of ours, and she works helping animals and stuff like that. So, hey, Sheep.
All right.
All right, cool. So,
Slowly getting to the.
what is this one? The Headless Ritual?
Yeah.
This is the Headless Ritual, and Eric's about to tell me all about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much about that one.
Okay, you remember who the artist is?
Like,
He's kind of famous for doing Motorhead.
yeah,
art.
Motorhead artist. I know who it is. The name, not Kev Walker. That's the other
No,
guy.
Joe Patagno?
Yeah, Joe Patagno. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I think he contacted us, reached out to us wanted to do art for us, and we were just like, no way, man, cool. Fucking Motorhead, dude.
Can't beat
And
that.
and we had no idea what to title it, no fucking clue at all. And a friend of ours, Dennis Dredd, came up with the title, and we were all like, cool,
Yep.
very nice,
Yeah.
man, fucking good deal, dude.
Yeah, we got Joe to do the cover. That was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Back to Fantasy. It's a good album. Fun to record. Oh, there's no real standout stories about doing it. It was just another album,
Just another.
I don't mean in a bad way either. I mean,
Yeah, no, I seeing where the songs and the direction was going after Macabre Eternal, everything was still, there was so much, I think, going on just from the break from Autopsy had that writing new stuff was coming, pretty quickly, and so we were able to go in and start recording a lot, and we actually were getting comments that too much material was coming out all at once or something, but it wasn't bad for us.
we recorded more songs than could fit on here that we recorded. There was like 7 more that weren't finished that ended up on the next one.
Yeah,
Which
which
is
right there. Woo!
What is? Oh yeah, tourniquets, hacksaws, and graves, and What do I recall about this? We were in full swing now, and we're doing a lot of live shows, and just having a great old time. And I know what's cool about this one. We're getting on in the career, and you always thank people, and then you leave somebody out, and then whatever. So on this particular album, we have if you feel like you should be thanked, a blank spot where you can put your name. That way, you can be thanked. And it says, "Now go buy yourself a beer. You deserve it." And so that way, you feel you should be thanked. There
Everyone's
you go.
covered.
Because we're always going to forget someone.
Yeah,
That's right.
fill your name in.
Yeah, fill your name.
Really good art again, I think. This covers.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Sick,
It's another
It
favorite.
is.
And I seen on the internet somebody made a GIF where the saw is moving the saw on the arm and it's hacking it off. It's pretty cool. One thing I remember is the song "Tourniquets, Hacksaws, and Grays" was written when we were writing Macabre Eternal, and it never got used, and I just kind of put it in the background and for whatever reason broke it out when we were recording this. I don't even know why, because usually I just let those songs sit, but yeah, oldie.
Yep, this is a good one. We had some songs left over from the Headless Ritual that we finished for this one. And then we did some more. We did a song called Autopsy, where we talk about a bunch of our other songs, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Now a lot of bands do that. I think at the time I thought it was a clever thing, but I've seen like hell more people do it since then. But it's still pretty good. It came out cool. If you're paying attention, you catch a bunch of references. But yeah, hanging out under a bridge and stuff. Yeah, it's a real heavy album.
Exactly what they all said.
That's good, Jeff. This one, Autopsy, Critical Madness, the demo years.
Yeah.
That's our old demos.
When I was handed this, I was like, "What the hell is this?" Wow. Okay, I guess we did this. And
you labeled it.
in case you missed out on all the other reissues of our demos, you got one more chance. So there you go, the demo years. There you go. All right.
Well, I was on Facebook one day and I found Tim Ritter, who did the movie Truth or Dare, and reached out to him and we started talking after that, and he totally knew about us and being inspired by the movie, and he thought it was really cool, and he'd been wanting to use the song Critical Madness in like one of his movies for a long time. I don't think it's happened yet. I think he was trying to talk to Peaceville or something. So I told him just go ahead and fucking do it. They'd never even know. So we were really inspired by that movie when we were young little potheads and fucking watching gore movies and shit. And after talking with him, he did he like blew this picture up from the movie, and that's what we used for the cover, and just reissued the demos on this. So and they sound pretty good too, because they were remastered. They were probably mastered for the first time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the demos. I mean,
Killer boombox.
recorded them in a
The
little
air,
studio
that's
a couple blocks away from Danny's house.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That you guys at by my house?
Long way since cassette
ACR.
copies
Yeah,
that were
ATR.
floating around back then.
Yeah. But yeah, it still sounds pretty good, surprisingly. I don't know why.
What's shaking?
But we haven't really changed too much since
What was
then.
that?
The engineer.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Right.
All right.
Okay, what do we got next?
Almost there.
Yeah,
Okay,
the show's
cool.
About to start too.
Oh shit.
So Autopsy Skull Grinder is it's 7 rabid tracks of twisted, relentless horror. Yeah, we didn't have enough for a whole album, but we had to let the metal out. So there you go. Yeah,
Fascinating.
yeah.
It lied though. It says Legends or something down there.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Be silly.
Yep. More sick art from Wes Cotter.
That's another total favorite of mine.
Yeah,
I have lots
so-
of favorites.
Yeah, I really love the art on it. Another fun album to make, where we did not spend half the budget on marijuana.
Yep.
The budget's under
Starting
control.
to slip.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm running out of things to say. It's Autopsy music, more kind of more. If you like us before, you'll still like it probably, and if you didn't like us before, it will not change your mind. But another one of my
cover though.
one of my favorite covers. That one's so good.
That's right. Killer.
Joe.
And the last one.
Whew. Well, we have something else in the works, so it's not the last one. But yeah, this is Puncturing the Grotesque. It was kind of a chaotic recording process. We were doing a new studio. Nothing on the studio was great. It was us. But yeah, we ended up spitting it out anyway. Got through everything, and it's more relentless horror, twisted mayhem, and whatever they didn't say. There's no sticker on this one. What the fuck?
There's no information for you to read on it. Okay, this is a EP artwork by Dennis Dredd, and recorded at Sprague Studio.
Earhammer.
Earhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the Wizard.
Yeah, it's a great
Greg
studio.
Wilkinson.
Greg's cool.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun, doing something there because we're so used to recording at Fantasy for so many years. It was kind of nice to go out and do something somewhere else. And some really funky colors on the cover, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's more Autopsy. Yeah. I'm running out of things to say, guys. Help me out.
Oh,
I'm getting worn down.
That sign that was across the street. At the liquor
We've done
store.
too many albums. They're wearing me out. Yeah, buy it. It's awesome.
Maybe you just made us realize we should retire.
I know, we were going to do a new album. We've changed our
But now, after this interview, it all came
We'll have to
to an
talk
end.
about it someday.
Yeah, that's 30
Yeah,
years
but no,
go by,
it's-
you do something. in
It's
your life.
heavy. It's fast. It's disgusting.
What Steve, you-
It's Autopsy.
Yeah, we recorded this close by our rehearsal studio, like they said, at Earhammer in Oakland. And yeah, working with Greg was awesome.
Greg is great.
Yeah, set it up and knocked it out for us, and just more good times, man. We partied, we had a good time recording this one as well.
I say it was a bit of a chaotic recording process and everyone else. It was a great time. So there you go.
Thank you for your reflections. Thank you for your memories. And one final question: what is the best thing about being in this band and spending time with each other?
Don't say reach around.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Getting
I
back
used to
home
like
and
these
spending
guys.
time apart.
It's just cool. Otherwise, it's fun. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we enjoy what we do. We enjoy rehearsing. We love recording. We love studios like second home, and we love getting out, and playing shows like we're going to do tonight at Reggie's in Chicago. We don't enjoy the plane rides too much, but
No one does.
no one does.
When we're too old to play this anymore, we'll analyze everything, figure out why we did what we did.
We do it because we're
Right
fucking,
now, we're just trying to,
we're
like,
fucking
remember
metal.
what we're gonna play in
That's
a
what are you
couple
gonna
hours.
do? You're fucking metal. You were a little kid. You were blown away by something, and something else happened. And it's a natural progression. But yeah, we've all got the disease, the music bug that, once it matters, nothing else really matters as much. So yeah, that's what we do.
Thank you.
So one last thing I'd say is we're going to go get a bunch of beers, come back, drink them, and then we'll do this interview all over again.
Yeah,